Beerus vs Saitama is a battle that will forever go down as one of the greatest in anime history. Beerus is the god of destruction of Universe 7, capable of destroying entire solar systems without breaking a sweat. And Saitama is an ordinary man, capable of obliterating anyone or anything with one punch, and even decimating Jupiter with a sneeze. After this in-depth analysis of their abilities, strengths, and weaknesses, there will be no doubt that Saitama doesn't even come a little bit close to defeating Beerus. Saitama's abilities. Look, even though Saitama is just a man, the way he got his powers can be likened to the way gods get their powers, extraordinarily and unbelievably. I mean, all Saitama had to do to become One Punch Man was train 10 times harder than David Goggins until he lost all his hair and became superhuman. The mere idea that cardio, lifting weights, and staying hard is all it takes to be strong enough to punch through almost anything in existence is quite ridiculous. It also makes me really conflicted the more I try to fathom how such a man could even battle a literal god of destruction. Saitama started out as a salesman who wanted to get strong so bad that he spent every single day of 3 years doing 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, and running 10 kilometers. Realistically, that's enough to get you some nice abs, muscle mass, and a great body, but not for Saitama. Not for Saitama. For Saitama, that was enough to give him the physical strength to effortlessly defeat powerful monsters with one casual punch, leap from planet to planet, destroy a planet with a sneeze, and get fast enough to create after images of himself by hopping from side to side. And this doesn't even begin to cover what staying hard did for Saitama. You see, it also endowed him with the ability to run across the ocean at high speed without going into the surface of water, the ability to withstand attacks from even the most powerful, mysterious beings in the One Punch Man universe without receiving the slightest damage, and even the ability to resist radiation and psychic control. Saitama has even gained mind-blowing supernatural powers from his workout routine, like his ability to travel through time, separate his consciousness from his body, and kick away portals in order to avoid being forcibly transported elsewhere. Saitama is really something else. The first fight we can talk about when getting into Saitama's true strength is his fight with Lord Boros, an alien that was similar to Saitama in the sense that it was so powerful that no battle thrilled him. Before this fight, it felt like Saitama was holding back against every enemy he ever fought and obliterated. It was also the first time he used serious punch. The fight begins with Saitama landing a very fast punch that breaks Boros' armor. Breaking this armor causes a scary transformation in Boros' appearance, but Saitama was unfazed by it. No way this doesn't count as a top 3 disrespectful moment in anime. It gets even more disrespectful when Boros starts bragging about how he can regenerate himself from an amputation that was done by Saitama's punch, and Saitama just tells him to shut up. This disrespect really angers Boros and incites another final transformation called Meteoric Burst. Boros doesn't hold back from unleashing his full power against Saitama, even going as far as launching Saitama to the moon. This is where we get to witness just how out of this world Saitama's strength is. First, he does not die from not wearing a spacesuit because he just holds his breath. Secondly, he casually jumps back to Earth in mere moments, causing a huge shockwave that leaves the surface of the moon deeply cracked. When he reaches Earth again, this is practically game over for Boros. And in the end, when Boros is nothing but a rotting, burning corpse, we see that Saitama was still holding back. In the Saitama vs Awakened Garo arc in the latest manga chapters, we get to see what I consider the most incredible display of Saitama's power. His sheer strength makes him able to accidentally blow away half the gas of Jupiter with a serious sneeze. And that's not all. In his battle against Cosmic Garo on Jupiter's moon, Io, he effortlessly table flips the moon and moves at mind-boggling speeds, almost appearing to teleport. Remarkably, he's able to grab the dimension portal and keep pace with Garo's teleportations. Throughout the fight, he adhered to a promise not to finish off Garo entirely, limiting his strength to just enough to land punches without obliterating his opponent. OMG, the disrespect. This fight kind of proves that Saitama's power is limitless. During this fight, every time Garo catches up to Saitama's strength, it increases further. This goes on until Garo can no longer copy Saitama's moves and match his strength, so Garo reaches his limit. Ultimately, the gap between his power and Saitama's becomes so wide that he surrenders. Another instance in this fight that puts the crown on Saitama's head is when Saitama travels backwards in time to knock Garo out in an attempt to save him from oblivion. Therefore, it is a fact that Saitama has infinite power. With that being said, we can now get into Beerus' abilities, his greatest feats, and why ultimately Beerus wins this fight. Beerus' abilities. Even though Beerus has gained potentially thousands of years of training and combat experience, he primarily relies on his Hakai energy as his ultimate power. This formidable ability allows him to annihilate and erase souls from existence. Its potency is highlighted by Beerus' belief that using it could correct errors in alternate timelines. Despite possessing a rudimentary form of Ultra Instinct, Beerus' core strength lies in his Hakai energy, and any loss of this ability would significantly diminish his combat prowess. Apart from using his Hakai energy, Beerus has an impressive array of feats, such as inadvertently destroying a planet with a sneeze, obliterating multiple planets by merely flying through them within seconds, and annihilating an entire planet by dropping a quarter-sized ball of ki into it. As a god of destruction, he usually uses his power to destroy planets and its inhabitants, but he is strong enough to destroy entire solar systems with ease. With a mere tap of his finger on a table, he effortlessly destroyed half a planet and moved away to witness the explosion before it even finished. In a casual encounter, he flicked away Super Saiyan 3 Goku, who at that time stood as the strongest unfused mortal in the universe. When heavily suppressed, his punches alongside Goku's had the potential to wipe out the entire universe. Beerus showcased the ability to nullify universal energy, and during a fight with Champa in the manga, destroyed planets simply by flying around. Engaging in a battle with Champa, their blows were so potent that they began to dismantle the universe itself. Destruction literally follows this guy everywhere he goes. He demonstrated his dominance by one-shotting Mastered Blue Vegeta, who could be a god of destruction in another universe according to Beerus. In another remarkable display of agility, he successfully dodged attacks from all 11 gods of destruction in succession. Beerus also launched an attack with enough power to simultaneously take out 5 gods of destruction. Casually defeating all the Z-Fighters and even knocking out Piccolo with chopsticks further solidified his unparalleled strength. During a battle royale among the gods of destruction, Beerus stood among the last 3 standing. There was an interesting incident that took place only in the manga, a battle royale between the 12 gods of destruction. At its final stage, only Beerus and Quintella were left standing. Belmont was just pretending to be out. The other gods targeted Beerus, but he still managed to hang around until the end. Beerus is far superior to Goku, who has far more impressive feats than Saitama. I say this with all respect for Saitama. Even if Saitama faced Beerus in his own dream where he could control the outcome of events, he'd still lose. Okay, I think I went a bit too far with that one. But come on, this is not even a match. Beerus has never been seen to use up to 100% of his power, and Saitama has been shown to have an infinite amount of power. So ideally, Saitama should be able to top up his energy level to match with that of Beerus. It's clear that Saitama's feats have been and can be performed by Beerus, but I highly doubt that Saitama can cause the kind of destruction that Beerus has caused as effortlessly as he has. These are 2 characters who are yet to use their full strength, who are cosmically strong. Beerus bears the ability to destroy worlds and wipe out existence, while Saitama possesses the ability to transcend the time and space continuum. These are 2 characters who, if they ever fought, Saitama wouldn't come close.